Hello, welcome to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I start up another new season of Battle Brothers. This is Season 4, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 1, it's what I would consider Battle Brothers Early Access version 2.0. So this is a massive, massive update. They've added a new faction. They've redone a lot of the artwork. They've redone how you start. They've changed how you stat upgrade. I mean, there's a ton of different things. When I said they changed how you start, I'll explain that when I get into the game, into what's going on. But first and foremost, we need to go over the last season of Peeps. So we had the Cathartic Chimichangas, and our roster included, but was not limited to, actually it was limited to these exact names: Old Greg, Brian Blade, Zero the Phantom, Slayery the Slain, Black Knight, Striker the Strong, Garath the Unbloodied, Sjord, Warrior of Terra, and Gorg the Engorged, SSJ Gazan, and our casualties were Tom Hellblom the Shieldbreaker, Khan the Mad, and Master of Puppets, the String Puller. So, those were the folks from last season, and we have about, I'd say over the course of the, 4 or 5 days since I posted the video, we've got somewhere between 25 and 35 people that have signed up to become members of whatever I decide it's going to be this time. So, let's hop in and get started, shall we? We're going to start with a new campaign! Yay! Alright, and I figured out this name, guys. I started to do the recording of this, and unfortunately I had interruptions, so I just decided to cancel it and start it over. I actually almost had somebody die. Got out with 4 health, though. They didn't die, so it was pretty cool. Anyhow, we're going to start it up, The Murder of Bros, because there's a bunch of crows here on the banner. I thought that was pretty funny. That actually made me chuckle, so I'll try to refrain from chuckling now. But yes, our company name is The Murder of Bros, and I like it. And we're going to go with normal because despite harder being cool to play on harder and everything else, all it really did was limit my amount of stuff that I could carry, you know, like tools, food, medical supplies, ammunition. And to me, that was more annoying than maybe difficult. Now, if we were in the full campaign, the storyline, everything was completely done, I could see that being a big problem or actually making it more difficult. Whereas now, it's just kind of a wide open thing. We can do whatever we want. It's more annoying than anything else for me. So I'm going to hop in. I'm going to play it on normal. I have never actually tried it on easier. Maybe I should this time around. The game is a lot harder now, guys. They have done a lot of stuff. They hate me. They're like, hey, Bumpy, you've been having too good of a time. Suck it! And now I have to deal with it. So it's not going to be great. It's not going to be great. But we're going to start it up and get going. And here we go, guys and gals. The beginning of the campaign, and before I actually get started proper, I wanted to let you guys know that I do have a specific and very real sign-up video, and there's going to be an annotation popping up somewhere around the middle of the screen right in this general direction, directing you to the sign-up video, and that's going to be for Seasons 4, 5, and 6, and like I said, we're already, assuming I don't have everybody killed a lot, which could happen, we're already pretty close to having all 3 of those seasons filled, but I have a feeling that we're going to have a lot more death and destruction this time around, guys. All my solo playthroughs, and I played quite a bit over the weekend, have not gone super well. There's been a lot of death. I even had to do some reloading save scum stuff because it angered me. I'd get so close to getting out flawlessly and then just one lucky hit. And I've been notoriously awful at RNG over the course of my plays this weekend. Like, horribly awful, like missing 5, 6, 7, 8, 75% or better shots in a row. I was just like, what is going on? I don't get it. I just don't get it. And my archers seem to never hit at all now, whereas before they would hit with ridiculously low chances. I don't know. We'll see. I could have just had a really, really bad bout of RNG. So, all that being said, let's hop in and get started proper. Alright. We'll accept your quest to earn these crowns, and we shall hire up some new exciting people. I want to point out, guys, there's actually quite a few new people in the starter towns to actually hire, and you'll see there's a lot more super ridiculously expensive people to hire as well. You'll also see a massive increase in the upper echelon of gear. The prices are just like, they went from maybe 800, 900, maybe 1200, I don't think it was ever that high, to like 5,000, 7,000 gold for these upper end weapons. So be aware of that. Be aware of that. Also, it does appear that the equipment that are on these people are reflected in their prices, because that's a two-handed sword. That alone was probably 3,000, so that would explain why they're so expensive. Anyhow, let's go see who we can actually pick up right now. We have a beggar. not sure I want to go with a beggar. We do have a farmhand, and I would like to grab him up, so we're going to grab up a farmhand. We have a shepherd. I'm okay with shepherds. Come along, shepherd. Come along. We have Magnus the Hound Master. That's one of the new backgrounds, folks, and we're going to grab up Magnus because we can. Alright, we have 6 Battle Brothers, and I would like to bring one more guy if at all possible. We have a Day Tailor. I'm pretty set with maybe grabbing him up. We have 2 different ones. He's got a knife, the other one doesn't, and we have a Vagabond. I think we're going to go with Gebhard. There we go. So we're going to roll out with the 7. We still have 1,600 monies. The starting stuff is a bit higher than it was before, especially on easier, they said. Alright, and as you see here, actually, most of this is lower end stuff. They added this as the winged mace. This is a medium level winged mace. So there you go, the Morning Star. And here we go. This is the first thing that's kind of an upper end item. You'll see it's 2,000 gold for the military cleaver. Before, maybe it was 700. So definitely a little bit higher. The arming sword was pretty high up there. If not, maybe the noble sword was one higher. I'm not sure. But this is almost 1,000. So yeah, lots and lots and lots of increases in actual weaponry here. Alright, we're going to go with a little bit of stuff here. I'm going to try not to go too overboard. I really do want as many shields as possible. This is actually one of the lower starting prices that I've seen on things as well. Now, thankfully, the lower end stuff has been relatively untouched, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Let's see what we can make happen with what we have, and then we'll see what we do besides this. Additionally, I will be renaming everyone. I'm not going to go over the background stories until the next episode. I'd like to get the first battle in. We're going to go take a look at their perks. We have Death Wish. No morale check triggered upon losing hit points. Cool. I'm not dead yet. This character doesn't care about receiving injuries and will fight on regardlessly. Cool. Alright, here we have Determined. We'll start in a Confident Morale. Also, you start with this exact combination every single time. The names will change, the random stats and stuff will change, but it'll always be a Spearman, a two-handed axe user, and a archer, or an archer as it were. Those are always going to be the same. Every single game I've played, it has been exactly the same. Alright, and let's see what our archer has. Holstein also has Determined, starting the Confident one, and Iron Lungs, bonus to fatigue recovery. Very nice. Alright, let's see what Wolfgang has. He's strong with plus 15 to maximum fatigue, but he's a bleeder. He'll receive 1 extra damage per turn, or bleed damage for 1 extra turn. Not great. Shepherd doesn't actually have anything, so he's kind of useless. Same thing with the Houndmaster guy. And our, what is he? Our Day Tailor. He's apparently tough with extra hit points, and he's dexterous. He's got more melee skill than your average Joe. So, cool stuff. Alright, do we have anybody who's exceptionally good at ranged combat? Nope. All of them are pretty crappy at ranged combat. Even he's not that great at it. He's better than everybody else, though, by quite a bit. Alright. So, all that being said and done, let's start naming these folks, and then we'll outfit them following that. Alright, so the very first person that signed up was Antros. He managed to make it in, and unfortunately, we're going to call him Death Wish. That's his, that's going to be his title. Antros Death Wish. Now, he gave me this big, long way of playing his character, and unfortunately, buddy, I'm going to have to go with not following your exact rule. Maybe you can tell me exactly what weapon you want, but for now, you're just going to end up falling in line because the game is so different. It's changed a lot, and strategies that may have worked before aren't going to work again. And since I don't know how this progresses exactly, I can't promise I'm even going to make it through this time, guys. We may end up losing everybody. Like I said, things have not gone well for me in my my solo playthroughs. So we're going to throw a Gambison up on this guy, who is no longer going to be this guy. It's going to be a name that I have a hard time pronouncing. Immerteal. That's what we're going to say. Forlorn Hope. The Forlorn Hope. Can we get all of it in there? Yeah. Immerteal of the Forlorn Hope. So there we go. And our next individual is going to be... Dun dun dun! K-Jack. Applejacks. Oops. Can't spell apple, apparently. Applejakes. Wow. There we go. K-Jack, Applejacks. I like it. It's got synergy and symmetry and all sorts of stuff with the word sin in it. It's fine. Our next one is Comrade Rastko, the Impaler. And we're going to totally maybe leave him as a stabby dude, a farmhand. I kind of want him to not be a farmhand, though. I kind of want him to maybe become a heavily armored individual. That's kind of what I'm leaning toward. So, still, being an impaler, you might end up being a two-handed swordsman. I'm not sure. We'll see what we end up doing with you eventually. But for now, we're going to actually give you maybe a spear if there is one available. Anyway, we're going to move on down the line here. We have Wolf, who's going to be changed into Ladnik the Quick. I'm going to try to go over the various different things that I've noticed, guys. If you notice, all the faces and the armor, all of this stuff has been reworked. It looks quite a bit different than it has in the past seasons. Recoloring of things, just re-everything, basically. Re-everything. So, cool looking stuff. I like this leather hat. It looks like one of those old pilot hats that you would see, like the Red Baron would wear or something like that. Alright, let's see. Who do we have now? We have Excalibur. Excalibur. The swordsman. There we go. Seems simple enough, right? Unfortunately, we don't have anyone with a sword just yet. And then finally, our last individual is going to be good old Varg, the Vargarian. What? I know. The Vargarian. It's pretty sexy, guys. I thought of it myself. Alright. So, I would like a spear and a sword if I can get those things. Let's see if we have enough cash monies to do so. I'm going to get rid of the knife. And let's see if we can't throw some extra armor on people. Since you're one of those. Let's see. Probably going to make you a pitchforker. That might be okay. We'll leave you with that. You already have a rugged surcoat, which is pretty good. And we're going to give you this. And for now, we're gonna give up your pitchfork. We're gonna put it on Varg. He's gonna have one as well. All right. I know that you're gonna have a shield, and I know that you're going to have a shield. It's weird that we actually have too many shields this time around. So we don't have a lot of frontline compatriots now. This is a bit weird. Alright, well, I guess we'll throw the padded surcoat up on you. We can sell some of this stuff. And, yeah, we're going to have to throw a hat on you, good sir. And you already have a hat. It's 40. I think your hat's a 40 as well. It is. And the only one without a hat is you, and you get a hat too. Everybody gets hat. Alright. Excalibur wants to be a swordsman, and you want to be a pokey guy, so buying the hatchet really didn't help me right off the bat. Neither did buying the wooden flail. It's okay, guys. I went on bad information. It's okay. Alright, well, we can't afford anything else right yet. Let's see here. So somebody's going to have to use something that they don't like. In fact, both of you are going to have to use something that you don't like. And I'm okay with that. I don't know if all of you are, but it's okay. We're going to start with what we have, right? That is going to be the play. Well, you know what? We can actually get some decent armor. Let's grab that up, too, while we're at it. Why? Because we can. And it's the code of the roller girl, after all. So, guess what? You get better armor, and you are going to be using a hatchet. I know. Super exciting. This is going to be the weirdest looking sword you've ever seen, but I am totally okay with that. I've accepted it and moved on. And there we go. So, with all of that, I think we're good to go. Let's give this a shot and see. Alright. And we begin Season 4 properly now. Slightly weaker. I probably should have grabbed one more individual, but I'm okay with this. Oh, apparently the caravan is close enough and they want to help us out. Hopefully this doesn't backfire. Like, I want to be able to kill all of these people. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright, right now we cannot fire that far. I bet he can probably hit us, though. If not, he'll move forward one. Yeah, he's going to totally be able to... Did he shoot himself? What just happened? What just happened? Did he... I'm so confused right now. What just happened? I guess he shot himself. Are they going to move forward or not? They are. They are going to move forward. Okay. Are they going to move forward in a weird... Oh. He must have shot one of the caravan hands. Okay. Well, that makes it a little bit more sense. I'm like, I'm so confused as to what just happened. Alright, well, we kind of need to get out there and start doing things. This dude definitely looks like a businessman right there. Alright, we're going to move up here. Oh, yeah, they're kind of getting mauled by the... Alright, I'm going to go for the hit here. Hopefully not hitting our own ally. Okay, we did not hit our own guy, but we didn't get the kill either. Which isn't super great. We're going to come over here. And that dude is in a bad place, I'm just saying. He is not looking super happy. Alright, and I guess we'll just wade right into the middle of death here and hope that we survive it. Alright, would like very much to get over here and close these guys. Man, this caravan was severely stacked. Holy crap. I'm hoping this dude will pin in the other guy here. Come on, pin in the archer. No, what are you doing, you fool? Oh. Ow, thank you. You had every opportunity to do something cool there, and then you just failed. Ouch. Alright, so we're bleeding. We're not digging life at all. 75%. Hey, we landed it. And a follow-up 75%. What? Oh, pretty big hit there. Got through his armor. Not quite enough to finish him, though. And, okay, well, RNG is definitely on my side now. Holy crap. Alright, we have like a 7% chance to hit there. That doesn't seem super viable. Alright, what are we looking at? 23 and a 23 and a 21. Without any possible way of hurting our own guys. Well, that fell through pretty rapidly. Alright, I guess we just focus this guy down. Oh, and it worked. Holy cow. Wasn't expecting it. Alright, well, you wanted to shoot at me, huh? Okay, so we're gonna go down this road. Oh, come on, Immortial. I can't say that name, guys. I told you, it's giving me a hard time. It's giving me some bupkis, some crapitude. It's not great. Go, pin him, pin him, pin him. You guys. That's what you get for not pinning him. And that means that we can still do so, which is pretty sweet. Alright, we're going to move forward with Ladnik and murder that guy, or hurt him really bad at least. We're going to go with our aim shot. Oh, we can aim all the way at him. 36% from K-Jack Applejacks. And, oh, I thought for sure we landed that. That would have been so super awesome. But, unfortunately, it was just slightly unawesome. Okay, good. Wrecking fools. I like it. Okay, we're going to come over here. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Finish you off, maybe. There it is. Okay, and the spearman stabbeth you. I'm hesitant to use him. I think we're going to let Antros just back off here. He's a little bit banged up. I'd rather him not die if at all possible, so we're going to lean toward keeping him alive. That's going to be the play, and yeah, that's it. Alright, he comes forward. Slash the cut. Ooh. Ooh, we got stabbed, not great. And bam! Big old nasty hit right there. And unfortunately, we're gonna not be able to kill him, so we lost out on his loot because these guys decided to steal it. Awesome, we're going for the long range 18% shot, and we missed. Surprise! Alright, now they're finally ready to close with this guy. Well, I had my hopes, guys. I was hoping I'd be able to kill all of these without losing any to the wonderful, wonderful caravan goofballs, but unfortunately that's not the case. Alright, we're going to be able to close within distance and maybe actually strike somebody here, though it's not looking great. Alright, well, that's that, I guess. He's going to cut at us. And a little bit more damage, but nothing too tremendous just yet. Antros is going to sit back on the sidelines while everybody kind of encloses this dude. And eventually we should be able to kill him off pretty easily. Right here, in fact. 58%. No! There it is. Alright, so we didn't get all of the kills. By the way, I didn't get to point that out, guys. There was a new soundtrack playing right there for the battle. I know, pretty sweet. Alright, we did manage to get the ranged short bow, which is good. We did get a sword, also excellent. No spear. No spear, obviously no two-handed weapons or anything like that. I also noticed another difference between what we've done in the past and what we're doing now. It seems every battle I get into, I now get rewards for the supplies that we carry. The money, the food, the tools, the medicine, and the ammunition. So that is a lot more prevalent. I don't get as much, say, money necessarily, but I always get like all of everything. At least it seems that way. At least it seems that way. Alright, so we're going to grab all that stuff, and we are going to return to the city of Walstad, or Walstad. There we go. And boom. We can hire one more guy, probably. We have a okay amount of money, not a super tremendously huge amount. I think I'd like to hold off and get myself, well, you know what? We can get another detailer, or, you know, I am going to hold off. I'm going to hold off on getting anybody else thrown into the mix. I am going to end up repairing some of the stuff. There are no spears available, but I can definitely sell that. And now we have an extra shield in case we need it. And yeah, we can actually just roll out with all this stuff. I'm going to buy one stack of food. Like I said, the prices are actually fairly decent right now, so it's not that bad. And we're going to repair all of this equipment. And what we're going to do now is take a look around and see what we are up against. We have Windau, as I like to say. We have Ulhart up here. Wow, this place is huge. Look at all the white north up there. Felmern. We have Foothill Keep. We have Hamruden. We have Auen, I guess. Kragberg Castle. We have Hartwig's Watch. Wiedenau. We'll call it Wiedenau. What else did we miss? I thought we missed something else. Oh yeah, we have Einstein over here, or Einstein, if we want to go with maybe more of a Dutch pronunciation. Alright, that's pretty much it. So that is our map. And I've also noticed there's a lot more just random places. There's a lot more roaming patrols that just want to murder your face. I've run into nothing but horrible chaos, a lot of challenge, and just death and destruction at all times, guys, that I've been playing this over the weekend. So there is that. Alright, so here's another thing I want to point out before we break off the episode, and episode 1 is in the books. Remember how we had, in the previous episodes, we had the origin stories. Well, if you take a look now, it actually added the people's name changes into the background story. So, bullied as a child, Ladneck, see, that's exactly what we were looking for. There we go. So that's one of the cool things that they've added. I also have one additional thing that I am going to scream to Overhype Studios. It makes sense. It's something I should have thought of before because logically it makes sense. And I know they're looking for ways to implement a little bit more realism. That's why they've changed damage types. You know, you can't just sit there and have your armor tank up everything. You get hit with a giant, like, hammer or a mace, it's going to leave some bruises, maybe break some bones. It's not just going to deflect off your armor or damage your armor and you're going to be fine, you know. It's going to hurt you underneath. And likewise, you know, weapons that can pierce through the armor should actually do some direct damage instead of just destroying the armor. So they're adding some realism. They've decided that war dogs were a thing. That's going to be how they deal with some of the people that retreat from you when you can't chase them or catch them. You can release the hounds and they'll actually go chase them down, pin them in, and then we can catch up to them and kill them. Not the war dogs, but the things that are running. So they're thinking of all these new and exciting and fancy ideas on what they can do to add some more realism to the game. So here's what I thought about the folks that are running away. And, you know, when they run away and they actually escape from you, you don't actually gather anything. You don't get any of their equipment or anything else like that. So I don't think it would be a viable option for them to be like, oh no, they're coming, let me remove all my armor so I'm faster and I can run away naked. That doesn't make sense. However, if I see a battle's turning bad and I'm going to be cowardly and run, or, you know, there's 50 guys left and it's me and I'm like, uh-oh, I'm going to run, right? I'm not going to go, alright, well, let me lug my shield over here and carry my giant two-handed, you know, I have a shield on my back, and carry my giant two-handed mace, or two-handed hammer with me while I run away. That doesn't make sense. You're going to be like, oh crap, you're going to chuck down the heavy stuff that you don't need, like your shield, your sword, your bow, whatever, and you're going to hightail it. You're going to run for your lives. So if the retreat mechanic does trigger, how about having them drop their weapons so they just run? They don't have to drop their stowed weapons, but maybe whatever they're using. So if it's an archer, he drops his bow and his arrow. He just drops his quiver and his arrow, or his bow, and just hightails it. If it's a dude with a sword and a shield, he's like, nope. He just drops those and he runs, you know. I think that would be very viable. It would make sense. It's logical, and it would still add for those that can't chase down the enemy. They can still get some equipment out of the whole ordeal. I just think that was a good idea. I don't know why I didn't think of it before. I don't know why I'm even venting it here, but it just came to me actually earlier while I was trying to do the first episode, and I rambled on about it then while I was actually in combat, and then I just remembered that I didn't do it this time. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it. That's my thought process. That's what I was looking at, and I came up with. I think it's a really good idea. Let me know what you guys think. Overhype Studios, tell me. Is it a viable option? Is it something you can add into the game? And do you like the idea? Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for episode 1. I will be back, I want to say tomorrow. I might be back later today. I'm not sure. I kind of want to do 2 episodes right away and get started off strong, but I think I'm going to pace myself. I'm going to do 1 episode, and I'm not calling a close to this until I'm ready to close it out. When I feel like, okay, I'm kind of running my course here, 3 more episodes, I might say something like that. But the 30 mark is not where I'm stopping this time, more than likely, unless somehow magically I blow up huge and we just get through this really, really rapidly. But either way, guys, that's going to do it. I will see you next time with more Battle Brothers. Until then, my name's Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.